there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Maker Monday, Morning Coffee and Crochet, and happy Monday to you. I hope that you are having a great Monday, and I hope that that Monday hasn't hit you hard because sometimes it's hard to get up on a Monday, right? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers yesterday, and I hope that you had a great weekend and that you're having a good Monday. So first things first, what's in your cup this morning? I have my hot coffee with half and half, my usual. And I do need some extra caffeine this morning. Oh, yes, I do. Extra caffeine is what is on the menu this morning. I did have a little tiny bit of oatmeal, and that was delicious. Just enough to take the edge off since I'm coming on a little bit later today than I used to. Good morning, Alice. Good morning. She's having a big coffee with half and half. Yes. Good morning, Naomi. Aloha. It is good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. And so today is going to be a fun day. I've got some things to show you. And I made a trip to Hobby Lobby. Oh, yep, I did. Aha, Naomi is following suit. We are the coffee club with half and half, right? Yes, I know. And so she's drinking coffee with half and half. Yum, yum, yum. And so, yeah. I took a trip to Hobby Lobby, my first trip to Hobby Lobby this year, I believe. I don't think I've been, if I have, I don't remember it, right? I don't think I've been to Hobby Lobby. Nope. So this is my first trip to Hobby Lobby, exactly halfway through the year. Well, not exactly, but as close as we're going to get. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Good morning. Lisa is drinking water, and it's 80 degrees where she's at. Woo, woo. Oh, my goodness. Right now, it is 73 here in the mountains of Tennessee, but the real feel is 84. Yikes. Yikes. Good morning, Patty Barker. It is good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. It's always good when friends show up, right? Yeah, I'm so glad. So, yeah, I did go to Hobby Lobby this weekend. You'll be proud of me, though. Okay, let me tell you the story. Okay. So, my sweet sister-in-law and her husband, Tim, they were in town this last week. And I had thought, oh, what a great time. I could not wait till she got here. And she was going to be here for the summer. And I was just like so excited. I was going to take her and just like steal her away, right? Well, then, hubby's been on his medication. So he got a little sick from the medication. So he was in the hospital for a couple days. And hey, Nikki, good morning to you. It is good to see you. Nikki says, don't forget to thumbs up. And there's that little thumb right there and the little thumbs up. And if you click it, I get thumbs up. Hey, Maritza, good to see you. Hola, good morning to you. And Naomi says it's 77. It's what? It's going to be 92. Okay, well, yeah. Oh, my word. And so anyway, yeah, so, our plans kind of got a little askew, but we still had a good time with them. We just didn't, I just didn't get to steal my sweet sissy away. But there's plenty of time this summer, right? And so I'm not really worried about it. And so Saturday, um, we were going to go to Knoxville to a Chinese buffet that we found, that Mom and I found in Knoxville. It was really great. We enjoyed it. And Alice says she's going to have a very hot week in the Great White North, which is Canada, right? Yes. And so anyway, they got here a little bit later, so we decided not to go to Knoxville. And so I Googled, Chinese buffets, and there was one a couple towns over, and there was a Hobby Lobby in that town too. So I was like, well, we could go to that and then hop on over to Hobby Lobby. My sweet sister-in-law is making a project for Christmas, and I'm sure that the young lady that she's making it for is not watching, but just in case, I won't say what it is. I don't want to give away secrets, right? And so anyway, she needed a green, and so she had a green, but it was a blanket yarn green. It was a beautiful green, but her other project was a 4-weight yarn, and you can't, it just doesn't work, right? And so anyway, she needed some yarn. And so I said, well, let's go to Hobby Lobby together, because we love just walking the aisles and everything. And so we went to the restaurant. It was not very good. My first mistake is Googling reviews, right? So I knew that the current status of the, on a scale from 1 to 100, the health department rates them, and it was like a 92 or a 94. So it was pretty high up there. But yeah, it wasn't that great. So anyway, they didn't have any fresh vegetables. Like, they had a tiny salad bar, but I don't go for the salad bar. I go for like fresh cooked vegetables, and they didn't have any. So I had a problem with that. But anyway, I digress. Do y'all have like a certain thing that you just love on like a Chinese buffet? And if it's not there, you're just like the wind is out of your sails. They didn't have any of those really great green beans. They're the whole green beans, and they just barely cook them. They're kind of crunchy, and they have like a little garlicky taste to them. They're just so good, right? And I could just eat a whole plate of those. I love those green beans. None of those. They didn't have any. They usually have a Chinese vegetable tray with all of these, onions and bok choy and carrots and just all kinds of things, right? And like a sauce or whatever. They didn't have any of that. Anyway, they were kind of disappointing. So whatever. So we had dinner together. It was a nice dinner. We enjoyed ourselves. And so then we went to Hobby Lobby, and yay. And so anyway, we went to Hobby Lobby, and we walked around, and then I remembered that I was going to make these. Now, this is my first one that I put together. Look at this. So it is crochet. It's an ornament. And, it's supposed to use like beads, right? And so anyway, yeah. So this is the ornament, and you can use like different colors and whatnot, and then do a bead and a tassel. So you can see it's like that, right? And it called for a 3-inch, what you call it? Well, the 3-inch, they didn't have any. They just had 4-inch. So I thought, well, I can make that work. Of course, it's not as dainty looking, but it kind of looks pretty. I don't know. What do you think? This is the camel stitch. Also, it's basically the back loop stitch. And so anyway, I do like this. I hung it on a door, and it's kind of neat. It's just like a little neat thing just to hang. But it's supposed to be a Christmas ornament. So what do you think? I mean, is that too big? Yeah, it's an embroidery hoop. And then you just make a basic circle and you crochet into the back loop so that you have like the spiral, right? And so I did one in now see, I'll show you. I had shown you this before. So this is the one that I made for like following the directions for a 3-inch hoop. And if you stretch it out, it probably would fit. I don't know. I had a hard time getting this to go over too. Do you see the back? Do you see how like the top came up a little bit more? So it's not exactly centered, which should probably be driving me crazy. But right now, I'm like, this is good for the first one. It was really hard. And then also, it calls for the beads. So let me show you what kind of beads I found at Hobby Lobby. They were all on clearance. Well, not all of them, but the ones I got were on clearance. So like beads that were $8, they were $1. So it was very inexpensive, but I don't know if you can see the detail. Let me see if you can see the detail on that. No, not really. Not really. There we go. Anyway, it has like a little detail on it, and it's very light. So there's some that have a blue hue and some that have a tan and some that have a rose and a yellow. And so yeah, the light is too much. You can't really see, but you can see that there's a difference in them. So I was like, oh, for $1, these are really cute. I didn't know if they would work. And you're supposed to get beads that have a slightly larger space because if you're going to put your tassel through, you need that space. Do you know how hard it was to find beads that didn't have a little pinhole in them? Really hard, really hard. Mm. So, Nikki says, yes, we have a favorite Chinese restaurant named Lynn's. It was closed for Mickey's birthday because no power. We went to a new buffet instead and it was not as good. I know, because you're like, you get used to what they have and like you get your favorites. And then if you go someplace else and they don't have them, you're like, I was really looking forward to those green beans, right? And that's really what I was looking forward to. I always look forward to green beans. So I do have some more, a couple more beads to show you, and I'll show you the hoop without anything on it. And I was pretty sure that I had another bead, but oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. Okay. So, you'll be proud of me. I went down the, see, Lynn's has the good green beans. Yeah, see, you like the green beans too. Nikki, we should go Chinese food buffeting together, right? We should. And we should take Alice with us because I know she likes Chinese. Anybody else out like Chinese buffet? Yeah. Let's meet. Let's meet for lunch today. Right. Oh my goodness. So anyway, yeah, so I found some beads. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it because like this one, I thought, well, okay, I see some large holes in there, right? But look, they're wooden and they're like not that pretty, but If I got some paint, I could paint them like a gold or a silver, a shiny gold or silver, because these do have a gold or silver tint to them. And this is the box that I got this one out of, but my needle barely went through this one, and I could only get 3 strands through, and then the other 3 I had to put on the back, look. So I was really disappointed that I didn't get all the strands through. So that's why I say this is just my test run. This one is one that I'm not really happy with. I mean, the back is really not acceptable for me. I mean, her back, like, so this next one, I'm just going to make a row smaller, but her back was like perfect, right? I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is, do you see how this one, like it's on the inside, right? So I think I'm going to try to stretch this out and make this work, but I don't know. Um, and if I do make this work, then that would be great. This one is, I think it's a smaller hook too. I'll have to look at her original because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 8, 7, 8, maybe 8. So, you just never know. And I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it's it was really hard to get this to go over and to hold it on all 4 sides. I don't know that she actually showed how she did it. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have to like stretch this out, lay it down. Oh, see, and then it goes inside, and then you do this, and then it doesn't, and then it doesn't hook. So, except for like right there, right? So, anyway, it was a little frustrating getting it on. So, I'm just letting you know, I really like this. It was really kind of a frustrating thing trying to get this onto this, which is why I made this one larger, which then made overage, because obviously once you get it on there and you're pushing the outside hoop on, it's not like sliding with the other, it's pushing it, right? So, look at you, Alice. Alice to the rescue. She's got an idea. And I like that idea too. I like it. Alice says it's cute. It would also be nice without the hoop. Make 2 sides, lightly stuff, and sew together. I do like that idea too, especially if you lightly stuffed it just to make just a soft pillow. And then you could hang the beads and the tassel underneath, right? Like right from the edge. That sounds good. Now to my bead dilemma. Look at these. I mean, they're either chunky with a really big hole, or they're cute with a too tiny hole. Like these are really pretty. I couldn't even get my needle through them. Well, because they're yarn darner needles. So what I would need to do is find, which good luck with that because I'm barely hold on to my yarn darner needles. Find another needle and thread through that, right? So these are hearts, and they have kind of a larger opening. So I was hoping that I would be able to get that through there, but it's not any larger. It's not any larger than these other ones. So I would have to, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, it's just a little frustrating. Oh, okay. Alice says she doesn't like the screw thing on the top. Well, it's on a tree, so hopefully, and see, it's not coming off. But hopefully the kids wouldn't wouldn't mess with it. Just slap their hands really good. You know I'm kidding, right? 'Cause, yeah, that doesn't happen. So anyway, beads, I have beads, but what is it? What is that phrase where, I have this but nothing to eat or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, I have beads. I'm not happy with them. I was trying to get a more, like, she used some really pretty like metal beads that were just really pretty. I may have to just do an Amazon thing, but I really wanted to make one right now, right? So that's why I thought, well, if we're going to oh, you know what? I just figured out a way to do this. You put the big hoop. Oh no, you can't do that. Okay. You put the little hoop down. No, that's not going to work. Never mind. Here I thought I had a way, but no, I don't have a way. There's no way. I don't know. This is really frustrating. So this is just really frustrating. And hers, she just barely had it around the edge, so you didn't see it once it got in there. And so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not giving up. I think it's a great welcome back. Welcome back. Ah, use a toothpick to shove yarn through a bead. Oh. Hmm. Well, I'll have to try that. Shove yarn through a bead before. I'll have to try that. And welcome back, Naomi. I'm glad you're back. Glad you're back. Hope you have some nice hot coffee. So yeah, so there's the dilemma. 4-inch. Oh, and be careful. If you go to Hobby Lobby, be careful because they have some that are $1.99, and then they have some that are $3.49, and they look exactly the same. And I was going by color. I was like, oh, I like the color on this one. So I got one that I thought was a pretty color. That one was the $3.49. So then I started looking at them and I'm like, why is this one $3.49 and this one's $1.99? So then I started looking at them and I made sure that I got a couple of them that were $1.99. And the young lady at the register, she looked at all of them. So she didn't assume that I had a whole pile of $1.99 because I'm sure people make mistakes all the time with that and not see because it's this little tiny writing. So definitely be sure and look at the fine print whenever you're anywhere, especially, a craft store. So, yeah. So yesterday, okay, gang, I went down the yarn aisle and Hobby Lobby is having their clearance right now on yarn and on a lot of things because they even had, obviously they had this clearance on the beads, right? Right. So they had their clearance on yarn. And so I'm looking and I'm not touching and I'm looking at the cotton because I'm really into cotton right now. And I'm looking at the cotton and looking at the colors. And so then I had this brilliant thought. And you know what happens when Barbara has a brilliant thought? Yeah, it never works out. It never works out. My brilliant thoughts. Usually I think I'm brilliant and it's like it's been done 20 million times before and everybody looks at me like, yeah, that's not, unique or anything. So, I'm used to that. No problem there. However, I'm going down the yarn aisle and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy any of this yarn. I'm going to film this yarn aisle and I'm going to just kind of zoom in, pan in a little bit and show the oh, that is a good idea. Naomi, I wonder if she's secured with glue to the inner ring. You're brilliant. I don't know if she did, but that is a brilliant idea. Yeah, right? I know. I think I'm brilliant. However, I'm never brilliant, Alice. I mean, I like impress myself, and 0 people on the planet are impressed by it. Yeah, I'm used to that. It keeps me humble, okay? It keeps me humble. So, I'm going down and I think I'm going to film the yarn aisle, and I'm going to show all the things that are on clearance and kind of pan in and show, and then pan out and just go down until I see another orange sticker, and I'm going to pan in. I did that whole row like that. Like I was cinematographer extraordinaire. And you can believe that because I have no film to prove it. Because I got down to the end of the aisle, nothing. I had no film, nothing. I wasted that whole time thinking and panning and showing all the yarn and everything. Nothing. And by that time I was like, I am over it. Oh, Naomi says, you are brilliant, Alice. So anyway, yeah, I got to the end, and by that time my sweet sister-in-law was on that aisle too, and I went, ah, you know what? There's no film. I went down. She watched me too. Like, because she came while I was halfway down, and I knew I was gonna like overdub the voice and everything. So I said, I'm filming all the yarn that I'm not buying. And she's like, oh, okay. And I was gonna show you. I had a video in mind just to show in the middle of this, the Hobby Lobby show. And I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. So anyway, I was like a little disgusted with myself, and I'm like, you are not brilliant at all. You are just a dork. You are just such a loser. A loser. So I just turned off my phone and I put it in my pocket, and I was like, done. I'm done with you. But remember that yarn that I showed you a couple weeks ago when we went on the Hobby Lobby website, and I shopped because I really wanted yarn, and I didn't buy anything, but I shopped, and I shopped good, people. I shopped good. I put like 10 of each color in the cart, right? I had almost $1,000 worth of yarn in the cart. I am a good shopper. Not a good buyer, but I'm a good shopper. Well, that yarn that I was really looking at and just thinking, oh, that is really pretty. They had it there, and so I could go and actually feel it and touch it, and it was soft, and I like it. I still like it. So anyway, like I was thinking, I had put like 10 of each color in there, and they didn't have 10 of each color on the shelf. Some of them, they only had like one of the colors. So I was like, yeah, if I was shopping like I shop online, I would just be scooping out the yarn because they didn't have 10 of any of them. But I didn't. I bought some beads, which are just driving me crazy, and I bought embroidery hoops. So anyway, but I'm gonna try what Alice said, and I'm gonna put 2 together and put a little bit of fiberfill in there, and see if I like that, because I think I will. And you know what I could do too is get one of those beads, and like I could put a bead right in the center there. If I had a pretty one. I don't have a pretty one. I kept telling my sweet sister-in-law, I'm like, I am not going to whine about this bead situation. And then 2 seconds later, I'd be like, look at the holes. They're not big enough. And I'm like, oh, whoop. I'm not going to whine. I'm not going to whine, but I tell you what, I whined, and I was really trying not to. Trying not to whine, but I did. So, has anybody else ever whined in Hobby Lobby? I don't know. Is that allowed? I don't know. But I was not a fan. So, Alice has declared this the dishcloth cotton bucket hat summer. Do you remember a couple years ago when I had the summer of the dishcloth and I made like a million dishcloths? Yeah. Yeah. Bucket hats. Like crazy town bucket hats. And this is not even all of them because I gave one to my mom. Oh, and here's another one. So see, yeah. Crazy town, going crazy with the bucket hats. Going crazy with the bucket hats. And just using all my cotton up. And so, I made some that were solid with the variegated. And I do solid with the variegated. What I meant was just one color. So this is the variegated. So I didn't use a second color. And then I did some with the second color. And they're just cute too. Look at these. Look at these, how cute these are. And then this one, I mean, they look similar, but they're not. You see. And I've noticed that depending on where I start the, because look at this one. Okay. So this hat looks tall, right? But I started the second color way up here, which is according to the directions. But color is subjective, right? You can do color anywhere. And then I did the bottom that way. And then this one, I had more of this color than I did this color on a skein. And I didn't feel like, starting a new skein, which I ended up having to do for one row anyway. So I started the variegated a little bit lower. I kind of like that. A little more than even, you can see how these are different colors. This one is more of a green turquoise and this one is more of a blue turquoise. And but you can see how the hat has like a different kind of a shape. It's really funny. So anyway, yeah, I've been doing that. I know, right, Naomi? I went all the way down that aisle and nothing. I got nothing. So anyway, yes. So this is the summer of the cotton bucket hat. And I have the pattern in my head now. Like I've made so many. Lisa, have a great day. I hope you have a great Monday. Have a great Monday. And so, I've made so many of them that I have the pattern in my head now. I don't have to look at my pattern notes. That's right, Naomi. I did. I still had willpower. I am not breaking this. I'm not breaking it. I'm not breaking my Yinbi. Yay, I'm not buying yarn. It's the an acronym for that. And this is my yay, I'm not buying yarn year 2024. I have not bought one bit of yarn, not one bit. And so I'm serious. I'm just going, hey, you missed a lot of important stuff, Alice, a lot of important stuff. I just showed all of my hats that I've made so far, except for one because I gave one to Mom. So this is my summer of the bucket hat. Oh, I see this one. Look, Nikki, this one's not done. I have to sew in the end. And you're not done until you sew in the end. I like this one. I like this one a lot. This one was from yarn that I got at What? Dollar Tree. This is yarn that I got at Dollar Tree when it was actually $1. Can you believe it? That's how old this yarn is. So anyway, I have more of this yarn yet left. So I do have to sew in this end. The rest of them are done. But yeah, if you haven't sewn in your ends, you're not done. So your project isn't done. So anyway, yes, I'm on a roll. I've made a ton of bucket hats, and I've got more to go. I still feel the steam rolling of the bucket hat. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. So my goal is to fill up a tote with things that can be sold at a sale, at a vendor sale. And so that's my goal right now, is to stock that with stock that tote with items that can be sold. I have all kinds of finished, products. I have blankets. I have a couple baby blankets. I have um you know, Alice says, I want to see a family photo with all the bucket hats. I know. I know. We need to get our overalls on and our bucket hats. Yes, that would be a great Christmas photo, wouldn't it? Washcloths, yes, definitely. Definitely, Nikki. Washcloths, dishcloths, dish scrubbies. Anyway, I am, yeah, I'm wanting to go ahead and just like do it all. Even make some of those really cute. Alice has made them, and I've seen some. Yes, my jeans. I need to crochet. I know, right? And go there with my fancy jeans on with the crochet on the bottom, right? Wear a crochet top and a bucket hat. I can hot glue some granny squares on the top of my Crocs. Oh man, people are going to think I'm so weird, which is correct, but you don't necessarily want them to know that you're weird from like 10 yards away, right? You want them to at least get to know you a little bit before they see how weird you are. I don't know. Anyway, um oh, Nikki cracked me up. She said, "Be a walking billboard." For what? A walking billboard for weird? Oh boy. Yeah, I could do that. Oh my word. That's funny. A walking billboard for crochet, of course, right? Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I mean, why not? I could do it. And so, anyway, I'm thinking that that's what I'm wanting to do. So, Nikki says, "Well, yes, and crochet." A walking billboard for weird and crochet. That works. That works. Nikki, you got to come along with me because you could be kind of weird too, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. So that's my goal, is just to fill a tote with my makes. And that way, if I see a vendor sale that I might want to try, I can do that. Um, I don't know, those kind of make me a little nervous, but I think, I would be okay. I would drag my husband to them with me. And so, I think it would be fun. I love talking to people. I know you can't believe that, but usually people are walking away from me and I'm like, wait, I still have more to say. Oh my goodness. Nikki would come and she would be all crocheted out too. See, I knew it. I knew it, Nikki. I knew you would. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. The summer of the Granny Square bucket hat. And oh, thanks, Alice. I think I will. I think that would be probably um, a more comfortable setting, right? A more low key set, don't you think? I think so. Then maybe a vendor like a farmer's market or something like that. Maybe I will try something like that. If they have one that's like Christmas, like a Christmas sale or whatever, where their tables are only like $15 or something, right? Not real expensive, not having to put out a lot of money, but then I'll smaller and relaxed. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Alice. I think I'll look for those as they come up. So that I think is definitely doable. Definitely. Definitely. So let me see. Make it Monday banners. What is a tornado's favorite game to play? What is a tornado's favorite game to play? Twister. Oh my goodness. Here's a funny one. What do you call a boomerang that won't come back? Come back, boomerang. It's called a stick. I love these jokes. Like, they're so stupid. Oh my goodness. A stick. But bump. Oh, one more. How do you talk to a giant? How do you talk to a giant? You use big words. Big words. Okay, so now I don't know. Oh, okay, here's one. What do you call a sleeping bull? What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Oh. So do you remember back in the day? I mean, this is like a while ago, right? Kids used to tell yo mama jokes. Yo mama, this, right? Yo mama's so small, her best friend is an ant. Yo mama's so small, she has to slam dunk her bus fare. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Yo mama's so old, she rode a dinosaur to school. And the last one. Yo mama's so old, her memory is in black and white. Oh my gosh. So yeah, those aren't like my norms. I don't usually do yo mama jokes, but I found some and I was like, "Oh my gosh, some of these are really cute." So, anyway, those were the cute ones. Um, so maybe if you remember a couple of them. Oh, Nikki says everyone at work loved the sleeping socks. Tiny. Yeah, yeah. I know. I love that one too. I'm surprised that I haven't um said that joke today. Let's see. Someone ordered ruffled hats for her daughter, so I made the bucket hat style with the ruffle brim. Nice. Nice. Aw, that is good. And she said the Santa gnome jars sold well for me. That, yes, that's good. That's good because you can put candy in them. Um, yeah, that is good. Up. And Nikki got the stick one with the boomerang. Of course, Alice, her eyes roll. Oh, yes, and, the Santa gnome jars. Yes, those, well, I had made 2 of them when I did the tutorial. One was a Santa and one was just a regular gnome, and hubby took them to work and gave them to, there were, like, 2 ladies that, one was the director, and I don't know who the other one was, but anyway, um, and they loved them. And the one lady, she loves gnomes, and even after that, she was, like, telling him how much she loved that gnome candy jar. Um, so anyway, um, yeah. So thank you, Alice. It was my pattern. Thank you, Alice. And of course, Alice made it her own. And that's what I wanted you to do when you had um, the gnome jar um, pattern. Just make it your own. Decorate it how you want, change the colors how you want, make it whatever worked for you. Because, like, you could even do a leprechaun, you could do it in the green, make the hat, do a little shamrock applique it to the hat, or somewhere um, like that. That's really cool. One thing that I didn't do was put arms on it. You could put arms on it if you wanted. I just made it more like just the jar. Yes, go for easy. Yes, definitely, Alice. Definitely. So, on Wednesday, um, with our Whip Wednesday, maybe I'll sew this in on Wednesday and I'll go, ha, I finished one. I don't know. No, I'm going to finish that right now because I'm bucket hat crazy right now. So, I think what we can do is talk about the different makes that have been successful at vendor sales, festivals, craft sales, craft fairs. Um, and there is another um, farmers market in another city near here that we haven't gone to, that may even be more relaxed and more better. I don't know. So we'll have to check it out and see what happens. But I'm thinking maybe something for maybe the holidays, because I think that would possibly have better sales. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know that bucket hats would really sell at a Christmas festival. I think probably more beanies and stuff like that would sell there. I'm thinking when I'm making these right now, I'm kind of thinking more farmers market kind of thing. And so, having the market bags, having the bucket hats, having um, y- mm, you know, 100% cotton dishcloths, and just things like that, I think is going to maybe sell a little better there, just because people are out there and they're buying fruits and vegetables and plants and goat milk soap and stuff like that. I could even do the soap holders, and you know and showcase, like, buy a soap from someone at the farmers market, and then just kind of showcase how it fits. um that might that might work. You never know, right? You just never know. So, anyway, folks, I hope that you have a great Monday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had fun. I hope you enjoyed those jokes. I know I'm terrible about doing the jokes, but they make me laugh. What can I say? I can't I can't help myself. So I hope that you have a great Monday and a great start to the week. I will see you on Wednesday and we will crochet together. If the weather's not too bad, which I think it's going to be really hot, but if it's not too bad, um, maybe I'll go out on the veranda and we'll just crochet together and, chit chat and crochet together. That would be fun and get kind of out of the house a little bit. And so I hope that you have a great day. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you on Wednesday.